Where are the twins?
Stop! They've gone. They've left the island.
She lies. Fuck you. Bring back their bodies.
The story begins in Hong Kong, where businessman Paul Wagner and his wife Catherine introduce their newborn twin sons, Alex and Chad, to longtime family friend and business partner Nigel Griffith, an ambitious businessman finalizing a major infrastructure deal. Soon after the ceremony, Wagner's car becomes one of the first to drive through the newly opened tunnel, a project central to the city's expanding transport network. Normally protected by his personal bodyguard and closest friend Frank, Wagner sends him home to rest for the night, choosing not to take him along this time. Moments after parting ways, Wagner notices another car trailing him, so he calls Frank for assistance. Frank immediately turns back, knowing Wagner's enemies may have caught up with him. At Wagner's home, local gunmen step out of the darkness and open fire. Wagner is hit first, and Catherine is shot soon after. While she is still wounded, a gangster known as Moon, already linked to Wagner's enemies, walks up and delivers the final shot, killing Catherine instantly. Before he can kill the infants, Frank arrives and shoots almost everyone, including Moon, whom he shoots in the face, leaving him permanently scarred. Frank grabs one surviving baby, Chad, from the car. After escaping, he learns that the nanny had fled earlier with Alex. The following morning, the nanny leaves Alex outside a daycare center before disappearing into the city. 25 years pass. Chad grows into a highly trained martial artist, shaped by both combat training and ballet discipline. He works at Frank's dojo, managing it while sharpening his karate skills. Frank eventually learns through contacts that Alex is alive in Hong Kong. He tells Chad they must fly to Hong Kong for urgent business, but keeps the real reason hidden. When they land in the city, Chad is immediately captivated by it. Instead of taking him to a hotel, Frank brings him to a cafe owned by Alex. Inside, people mistake Chad for Alex. Someone even hands him cash, and Chad jokes that he already likes Hong Kong. Soon, a girl approaches Chad, notices his outfit is different from usual, and invites him to her private room. Before anything can happen, Alex walks in, sees a stranger impersonating him, headbutts Chad, and knocks him out. Chad wakes up as Alex and the girl argue. Alex insists he would never wear silk shorts and criticizes her for not noticing that detail. Frank steps in and reveals the truth. Chad and Alex are brothers. He recounts what happened 25 years earlier. Their father, Wagner, was betrayed, and Nigel Griffith ordered the murders to take over the business. Both babies survived, and now the twins must reclaim the legacy their parents left behind. Alex refuses at first, saying he has his own business. However, after a private conversation with Frank, he agrees. The next morning, Alex, Chad, and Frank board a shipping vessel to finalize a high-level deal. A second ship arrives carrying buyers with suitcases full of cash. However, as soon as the exchange begins, police boats surround them. The buyers aim their guns at Alex, accusing him of setting them up. A chaotic fight breaks out. They escape by launching cars off the ship into the water, and Frank detonates them to block the police pursuit. Later, they regroup and meet Alex's girlfriend Danielle, who works for Nigel Griffith. She idolizes Nigel and describes him as honest and disciplined. Frank tells her he witnessed the murders himself and is living proof of the truth, but Danielle refuses to believe him and leaves angrily. Meanwhile, while walking through the city, Chad is mistaken for Alex by Nigel's underworld partner, Mr. Zhang, and abducted. He is taken to a hidden location where the mafia offers him a job running operations for their gang. Chad refuses, saying he wants no part in it. He throws a few kicks, but Moon easily defeats him and leaves him injured on the road. Later, Frank and Alex find Chad. When Chad mentions that one attacker had a facial scar, Frank confirms it was Moon, the man he wounded years ago while saving their parents. Frank tells the twins to prepare for their first strike. That night, they arm themselves and break into one of Jong and Griffith's properties. They manage to escape, but Alex blames Chad for celebrating too early and says the mission nearly failed because of his recklessness. Later, Danielle secretly delivers information that Nigel Griffith and Jong will attend a high-profile party. That evening, while the gang discusses their losses, Frank and Alex enter the party carrying explosives disguised as drink boxes intended for Jong. Guards stop Chad, who is carrying another package, and demand to inspect it. Frank signals Chad to drop to the floor just before the bomb explodes. Nigel and Jong see both twins and order their remaining forces to attack. The next day, Danielle sneaks into Nigel's archive vault to search his private records. Nigel's enforcer catches her but becomes distracted and lets her leave. Danielle realizes she has found proof of the truth and calls Alex, but Chad answers instead. She says she believes she is being watched and asks for backup, unaware that Nigel overhears the entire call. Chad rushes to a boat and tells her to meet him at the cafe. When Alex finds out Chad is meeting Danielle, he becomes jealous and drinks heavily through the night. At the cafe, Jong's crew storms in, hunting Chad and Danielle and killing Alex's workers. Chad and Danielle escape onto their boat as helicopters begin searching for them. Later, at the safe house, Alex verbally attacks Chad, which escalates into a physical fight between the brothers.
The silk underwear.
You're drunk, Alex. You're drunk. Now stop this!
I was winning for that.
Alex, he's your brother. Frank! Frank!
Hey! What?
Frank ends the fight by firing a shot into the air. Both twins storm out and spend the night outside. At sunrise, Nigel's men raid the house. Frank and Danielle are held at gunpoint and abducted by Moon.
Where are the twins?
Stop! They've gone. They've left the island.
They could take us somewhere else.
Alex and Chad fight off the remaining henchmen and capture one survivor, forcing him to reveal the location of the compound where Frank and Danielle are being held. The twins storm the compound. Over loudspeakers, Nigel taunts them and fires his gun into the air, pretending Frank has been shot. Nigel sends Moon and his remaining fighters to kill them. Alex defeats his opponent cleanly, while Chad faces Moon in hand-to-hand combat. finishes the fight with a spinning kick that sends Moon into live electrical cables, killing him instantly. When Alex tries to free Danielle, he is attacked by Nigel's female fighter. She fights skillfully, but Alex ultimately stabs her in the stomach. The brothers split up again. Alex hunts down Jong, while Chad tracks Nigel Griffith. Jong ambushes Alex with a fire extinguisher, but Alex overpowers him. Jong begs for his life and offers half his assets in exchange for mercy. Alex throws him off a raised platform, where he dies on impact. Chad confronts Nigel and kills him by dropping a shipping container onto him, crushing him and avenging their parents. The twins reunite, let go of their anger, and embrace, finally forgiving each other. The family reunion brings the story to an end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.